Hello everybody, back in London. Some absolutely abysmal weather. It's so cold, it's like heating on weather again, somehow. Anyway, it's essential to start a video talking about the weather, how I start all my social interactions and then just move straight on to talk about what you're wearing. I went to see Adrian Lenker last night at the Barbican. Oh my god, it was amazing. It was probably one of the best live shows I've ever seen. It was so good. I really don't have any footage from it at all, apart from a very tiny one, which is not filmed even in landscape, because it wasn't, actually I don't even know if you were allowed to film anything at the gig. It definitely didn't feel like you were. I did one sneaky one and then was like, I'm too scared. I'm too scared to break the rules, I can't. But she was incredible. It was so good. And I got this t-shirt, which I really like. So nice, and really cool tour posters. So I got one of those. I need to order a frame. So yeah, back in London and having a lovely time so far. Also, thank you so much for all your lovely comments about Buffy's, the book club. I'm so excited about it. We've announced the first book now. We're going to read Big Swiss by Jen Began. I finished it actually before we were deciding what book to do, because we've all been talking about it on Substack, on Instagram and things. And that was one of the ones that I suggested. So I'm going to reread it this month and obviously not say anything about it now, about what I thought about it. But yeah, that's the book. I'll leave a link for it in the description box if you want to order it and join the book club. And we're going to read that for all of May and then have a discussion about that at the end of May. By the time you're watching it, this is probably going to be May, I think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe it won't be, who knows. But yeah, I'm really, really, really excited about it. And it's also fueled a book buying frenzy from me, which I don't think I needed any fuel to that fire, but it has definitely done that. So I've got loads of new books to talk about as well, which is really nice. And yeah, I'm really happy to be back. It's Sunday today. I'm just going to go out and meet Lindsay for a coffee. She moved house over the weekend, so I came back and helped her with that on Friday, which was lovely. And her new place is so nice. And a little bit closer, we'll be a little bit closer together again now. Not that we were very far to begin with, but it's a tiny bit closer. So I'm going to go meet her for coffee now. I'm going to go for a walk with my friend Sarah. And I've got some work to do. I need to do some washing, which is what I'm going to go and start doing right now while I'm talking about it, remembering. But yeah, honestly, not much to report, which is actually very much what my life is like at the moment, in the most wonderful way. I'm so used to always having so much to be like, oh my god, and then this happened, and then this happened, and blah, 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 blah. And recently I've just been so like, yeah, nothing new, which is really lovely. Maybe that's what happens when you are in your 30s more and more often. But yeah, let's do some washing. Glamorous. Hello everyone. Skin update, because I think that we all like talking about skin. My skin's been really bad. It's actually kind of settled down a little bit today, but I had like a still have a spot there, some on my neck. This one was really bad. There's one here. It's just like, it's just not right. I really stripped back my skincare routine again to just a La Roche-Posay face wash and Tower 28 skin barrier recovery, which has definitely helped because a few weeks ago in New York, it was like rashy and inflamed. So that's gone down at least, but who the hell knows? But that's my update. I'm going back to Fefacel, which you know I love, for a facial on Friday. Haven't had one for a while, so hopefully that will help. And yeah, I'm trying not to let it get me down, but it has been a little bit recently. Because I just it feels like there hasn't been a break in it for a while, which maybe isn't true. Maybe if I went back and watched my own videos, I'd be like, oh, there was a point a few weeks ago where you were saying it felt better or whatever. But in like a negative headspace, I'm like, oh, this has just been not right for ages. But anyway, I'm feeling a bit better about it today at least. And I'm going to a hotel tonight in London called 22 for an evening with Antler. This isn't sponsored, by the way, this YouTube video. But I'm really looking forward to it because I never go to hotels in London, and often you all ask me, what hotels do you like in London? And I'm like, I don't know, because I never go to a hotel in London because I live here. So I'm excited to go to a new hotel and we just have a dinner and stuff, which will be really nice. I've spent most of today, I asked you all on Instagram and on Substack for Buffy's where your favourite places to read were in whichever city you lived in. I wanted to create like this huge Google list for us all to have that is like separated into continents essentially, and that you can just all access, and then whenever you're travelling, look at the list and see where there is that people recommend you can go and take a book in each city. I think there was over like 700 responses or something. It's taken me so long. I'm nearly there with doing that, and so I will share a link to those Google lists, and hopefully they'll be really helpful. Even I already was like, I'd never been to that place in London, I've never been to that place, so I'm already finding it helpful doing these lists. And yeah, just want to, especially with Buffy's and just generally with content at the moment, want to find a way to utilize my audience in a way that helps my audience. Does that make sense? So the fact that I can ask that question to so many people and so many people respond, you have like all this information just at your fingertips and from like-minded people, because obviously if they choose to follow, they have a similar interest in some way. And so, yeah, to then share that back with you. That's kind of what I want to make sure I'm doing more of this year, which is also what I'm hoping Buffy's will do. I must moisturise my hands. Hoping Buffy's will do a little bit of meeting people and talking about books and things and sharing what wines we like and where we like to read and, you know, all those lovely things, which I think are really important. So yeah, I'm just waiting for a car to come and pick me, which is always a real treat when a brand puts on a car for you. Very fancy. And I'm going to go to the hotel and spruce up. I'll show you my outfit when I'm there and have a dinner. And then hopefully have an early night in a nice fancy hotel bed, which I think sounds really quite lovely if you ask me. Hello everybody, we've checked in at the 22, which I keep wanting to call the 2022, but there is only 120. It is a really big room. Hello. I haven't been into the bathroom yet. Oh wow. Oh my god. I don't have a bath right now. Oh, and do some work in the bath. Look at that tub. Oh my goodness. I love it. Oh. Oof, nice. And then this is the room. It has this like carpet that looks like parquet floor, which is so clever. And then really nice big bed. Haven't sat on it yet. Let's see. Oh my god. Oh, that's so good. Little seating area. A bit of a sweetie treaty there, which I've just ordered a cup of tea and I'll be demolishing that straight away. I mean, it's so nice. And then all these lovely gifts. It's a breakfast thing. These are so good. My favourite eye masks. I don't know what this is. Hang on a sec. Stick them up. What is this? Because I don't know what it is, I'm fearful it's something that is really impossible to get back into a box once you've got it out. Oh no, it's a brolly. Oh my gosh. That is the poshest umbrella I've ever seen. That is so fancy. Oh, and it has a little shoulder strap. Oh, I can't be trusted with this. When I own a brolly, it suddenly has like a 6-hour lifespan before I either breaks for some reason or leave it somewhere. But this, look at that, that's so fancy. Like I said, this isn't sponsored or anything, but this is the suitcase they sent me for this one. Bath's running. My tea has arrived. Oh, whoa. Everything is so fancy. so beautiful. Oh, I want it. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my goodness. Do we not love a get ready with me in a hotel? The chicest of all the get ready with me's. No. I'm gonna wash my face again with the Roche-Posay Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. It's nothingness. There's no fragrance, it doesn't foam, it's gentle. And I think it's all my skin can possibly manage at the moment. Okay, and that is it. That is all I'm doing at the moment. Oh, I forgot my 8-hour cream. Some deodorant on. Still using the Act 1. I've gone back to the Orange Grove. Been feeling really flat about how I look at the moment. Which I am just in this moment decided to talk about online because I'm sure it's something that everybody goes through. And I sort of go through it quite cyclically, I would say. And it's especially noticeable when you do this for a job, obviously, because you don't really get any space from yourself at any point. So it's very hard to kind of give yourself a kick up the arse and move in the right direction away from feeling that way. I think that's why I was saying that my skin's starting to get on top of me. It's just generally like, just feel, ugh, I don't want to look at photos of myself. I don't want to think about what I'm wearing. Just want to like put jeans and a jumper on, something I'm comfortable in, and go out like that. Which is all well and good. Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody goes through phases like this. And it's only ever so slightly complicated by the fact to do my job I have to get dressed every day. I'm going to use a Glossier Stretch Concealer. Foundation, sorry. And yeah, there's not particularly an end to this monologue that I'm having about it, but just, I guess in case any of you were feeling the same, if you had any tips maybe that had helped if you were feeling that way, or if you were feeling that way, to know it happens and it's fine, and yeah, it passes. Don't really know what the solution is to it, if I'm honest. For me, I think it's trying to carve some time away from looking at myself all the time, but like I just kept saying, it's quite hard to do that, and I'm really enjoying work at the moment, so it's not like I want to not work or take some time off or anything. I want to keep my momentum going. It's just all feeling a little bit complicated at the same time. The foundation I love. Really, really, really love that. It's so nice. And then, got my lips though, not nice that. I'm going to use the Aligne brow pencil. I think this is, I've had quite a few of these now. Not to say they don't last a long time, because they do, but more to say that it's because I really like them. Let's put this mirror here. We're just going for dinner at Soho House tonight, which will be lovely. A very nice Londony evening. There's a few Soho houses in central London. And the one we're going to is probably my favourite one, actually, the one on Dean Street. I like that one. So I'm really looking forward to it. Eyebrows are on. Good stuff. Oh, break that mirror. Now I'm going to gel them in place so that they don't become unruly throughout the night and show me up at my dinner. I'm using the Aligne brow gel. It's clear. And then another Aligne product, I don't know what's going on here, is the bronzer that I bought in New York maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago. Very light, very lovely. Why are my cheeks so red? Just all over my visage. Lovely. Gorgeous. And then I'm going to put some highlighter on. And for that, I'm using Merit. This stick one in Carver. It's their Day Glow Highlighting Balm. I like stick highlighters the best, I've decided recently, because they're so easy and nice. I have really pink cheeks, which is, I don't know what's happening, but it's going to stop. So we're not putting any blusher on for now because I can't tell how that would come out. And then, yeah, I'm going to put some eye makeup on if I've got it with me. Yes, I do. I'm so glad because I really like it. This is the Byredo eyeliner in the shade Perplexed. It's like a big kohl crayon, and it really is smudgeable and blendable, so you can be really haphazard with it, which I love, and I think it makes my eyes look a bit nicer, so that's nice. That's what I want. There we go. Doesn't that look a little bit nicer? Like you can see my eyes a little bit more. Alright, and then I'm going to curl my eyelashes and use a mascara. I used to use this all the time when I lived in Manchester, and then I was very lucky to go to the Dior show in New York and had my makeup done by Dior Beauty. Like, they use all their products and they gave me loads of them, and it reminded me of how good this mascara is. I'm just going to show you. It's the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl in black. Also, the makeup artist on that day had the best eyelash curler, which she said was just from Boots. So I need to go to Boots and get that so I can also show you all. Look at that. It's so good. Honestly, I used to swear by this mascara. I put some on my face by accident. And I'd completely forgotten how much I liked it. Oh, there we go. Just need that redness to settle, which it will. I am quite hot, so that's probably not helping. And then we can just accept that this is what we're working with for now. You can really see this, how textured my skin is in this light. Ugh. I think I need a bit of a tan. I think I need to be tanned and freckly, and that will help a little bit. I hope. Okay, because I'm feeling a bit meh, I have gone with just a combination I always feel nice in. I don't know whether to change these trousers if they're too baggy, but these are just my Uniqlo like cargo pants, tabbies, and then this really old top from Arquette that I just reach for so often for an evening when I don't really know what to wear, which is pretty much all the time for evenings. And then I have these silver earrings in, which are really beautiful. Oh my gosh, they fell over, from Lee Studios. And then my big silver, oh, I can just sit on the bed, silver clip from Arquette. I'm not going to have any jewellery. I'm just going to kind of keep all of the jewellery up here. But yeah, I do have another pair of black trousers with me, so I'm just going to try those on. These are from Brook Callahan. I bought them in every colour, more or less, because they are just like a cotton pant. They've got this side tie, which I think is really nice. They're quite low rise, but they're just like the most perfect straight leg pant. But what do you think? I think maybe that's a bit more chic. It's hard to tell. With this behind me, yeah, I think that's better. I think the shape of that's a bit more chic, isn't it? Then I just have this light leather jacket from Mango. We're like in a car to and from where we're going, so I will be fine without a jacket, but this is me. I feel like shit, but it's okay. I look like a literally melon. Oh my god, I look so light. Just went to the Aligne press day, which was really nice. First time I've really seen lots of their clothes in real life. I've seen lots of it on Instagram, but they're really good. The quality's lovely. I've got to pick a couple of things which are arriving tomorrow, which I'm excited about. But their new collection is really nice. Mark my words, wax jackets going to be everywhere next autumn, winter. I'm never trend forecasting, but and seem perpetually late to most trends. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited about it because I love wax jackets. I think they're so chic. And they had a really nice one there. And I just got the bus home. I'm walking the final stretch of my journey. Spotty. Got a dinner tonight, all the way in Notting Hill. So I'm just going to go home for a few hours and then head back out for that. Just had an insane flurry of activity. Decided to go to the garden centre and buy a new pot. Because I need to repot all my plants. And I need to get one big one. And then they all filter down. And I'm going to do it. I just looked at the bus time and there's a bus in 2 minutes. And I just leapt out the house and thought, fuck it, go to the garden centre. Get this done. It's a nice day. So let's see if I make this bus, if I make it to the garden centre. I got on the bus half an hour ago and I've completed this task. Just waiting for an Uber. Right, now I'm ready to go out to the pub. Oh my gosh, it's been flying time. GH Bass loafers. Actually, it's just rained and these are quite slippy and this is a Testing Basics spoiler, but I don't know that I'm going to wear them if it's going to be slippy out. But they look great with this outfit. They're like, oh, I'm not going to talk about them. There's a whole video of that coming. Hobbs Jeans. These are so fucking good if you are tall and leggy like I am and all limbs. Think Mr. Tickle. If you're thinking Mr. Tickle and it resonates with you personally, these jeans I really recommend. Belt is mango, knit is Everlane. I'm just going to put my suede jacket on that I always wear. Because I'm feeling lazy, oh God, I need to stop justifying being boring with clothes. It's just where I'm at, all right? So that we get what we get. Right, he's got a bigger pot. He's getting his old pot and we're going to filter down, but I'm going to run out of compost pretty soon, so we're probably only going to filter down to this one. Very satisfying. He's just so big, actually. I've obviously spun it in a really not useful way to use the mirror, but I didn't realise how ginormous he got. Oh, I just announced the book club for this month, May, the month of May, the month we're in is May, which is going to be in London this time, at the very end of the month, at a new cocktail wine bar in Shoreditch on Redchurch Street called Chiave. It's got this like sound room downstairs, which is really cool as well. So I'm going to make like a playlist for the evening and we can all sit upstairs and read for a bit and then head downstairs and like have a drink, listen to some music in a beautiful space. I'm really excited. I will also leave a link for the tickets here. There's only going to be 15 spots. I think I said this in my last video, but each month for the book club, I want to keep it small because I want people to feel like they can talk up. I don't want it to feel like an event that I'm hosting, as in I'm sat talking the whole time. And I really want to learn from all of you about how to talk about books better as well. Like, I read a lot, but I by no means am that confident in talking about what I like about a book. And I want to have that conversation with you so that I can get better at that as well. I'm more confident at it. And yeah, I think if it's a big group, it gets quite hard to do that quite quickly. So there'll be quite a limited number of tickets. They're £28, which is going to include 2 drinks throughout the evening, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, whatever you want. and each month the book club is going to be a different price. I'm currently looking into the New York one in June, which is going to be a bit more expensive than that because you have to factor in how much it costs to hire a space. It's a lot more expensive in New York to do than London. And I'm going to put some food on with that one. Hopefully going to do one in London at one of my favourite restaurants in this summer, which would include a set menu, so that will be more expensive. But for each one, it'll make it very clear what you're getting for your money. So say, for instance, we do one with a set menu and the set menu is £65. That is how much the ticket will be. And I would share an image of the set menu so you can see whether you like it. You can see that is priced by the restaurant, not by me. So it's going to really vary. I'm also looking at trying to do an outdoor spaces somehow in the summer. I haven't quite worked that out yet of how to like keep a limit on the number of people there. But so that there could be some that would be potentially free or like 10 quid or something, you know, really affordable. Why do my lips look blue? Have I died? Am I dead? I don't think I am. So yeah, that's where we're at with that, which is very exciting. I'm just on the hunt for some lip balm to revive oneself. Yes, tickets live Wednesday, 6 p.m. UK time. And it will also be hosted on Substack. We've already been talking about it a lot on the Substack, which I'll link in the description box. But we'll be talking about that again afterwards at the end of the month. So you can also join in online as well. It's not just in real life too. Quite nice that lip colour, isn't it? What is that I just put on? Tatcha Plum Blossom. The I thought it said Kissable, it doesn't say that at all. The Kissu Lip Tint, SPF 25. That's really nice, that colour. Why is it so dark? Why is it dark at 5:30 on a bank holiday Sunday of all Sundays? So yeah, that's where we're at with book clubby bits and bobs. I'm so excited about it all. I feel so good about it actually, because everyone's just been really nice about it, which helps so much because it's really nerve-wracking putting something new out like that. But I feel really excited about it, and I mean, the sky's the limit with what I've been daydreaming up about where this could go to, and hopefully, it can just grow, and we can just host more and more and more book clubs, and more people can meet people, and I just want to create that kind of community more than anything else. And now what? Lindsay's coming over in an hour. What time is it? I'm all over the place today, if you can't tell. I leave back to New York tomorrow. Oh, she's over 45 minutes. I leave back to New York tomorrow because I have a job there. Actually, a really exciting job. I'm doing something with an art auction house, Phillips. So I'm really, really excited about it. So I'll try bring you along to that on Tuesday. So yeah, I had to get back in time for that, and I'm frazzled for that reason. If you can't tell, I'm really frazzled. Right, should I just go with one of these? It's like the really lovely J. Crew knitted tanks. No, I think I want a t-shirt, not a tank. Right, I've gone with jeans and a white t-shirt. I don't want to talk about it. This is literally all I've got to give the world right now. Well, I'm going to put some nice silver earrings in. But shoes we're going to work out in a minute. This is what I've got. Sorry. Two looks in at me, and when you call in the evening, there's an old light lingering around everything. Wanted to tell you something small and stupid, but I couldn't remember when I saw your face as I rounded the corner. It smelled like piss and garbage, Fifth and Avenue way. Don't wanna get used to how it feels to hold you. Wanna lose the desire to hold anything at all. As the crosswalk Hello from sunny New York. It's the most perfect, beautiful spring day. We got back last night. It's 10 a.m. the following day now, and I've had a productive morning already, which feels great. On the flight, I was looking for something in my notes app. Probably the most revealing section of anybody's phone, really. The things in my notes app, it's like a shopping list, a message drafted to some unavailable man at some point in my life that took about 6 drafts and 15 friends to look over. Measurements for rooms, there was lots of that going on. A to-do list, all sorts. And there was also loads of old blog posts from back in the day, the blogging days. I used to write a lot of them in my notes app. And I saw that one which I just shared the screenshot from. I'm going to read from it. Which was written in 2019. I remember feeling this way, but I don't have any recollection of writing this. It was July, 12th of July 2019, and I wrote, "My life feels open to so many possibilities right now. I want to live in New York for a bit, something I've thought of for a while, but it's slowly moving further towards the front of my mind. I have no plans to make it happen, but I'm very aware this is the first time in my life I've very, very clearly imagined living in a different country." I remember, like, I knew consciously that I dreamt about living in New York for a long time, but didn't have any conscious memory of writing it down so explicitly. I don't know if I ever published whatever that was going to be, but yeah, even putting it out in the world that much. And I think we can blame the altitude, obviously, which makes everybody emotional, but it made me very emotional reading that on the flight. I was like, oh my gosh, I made that thing happen, and I didn't, yeah, like I said, don't remember consciously being that aware of something. I knew I wanted it, but isn't like the act of writing it down and publishing it in some way for lots of people to read. So that was a really nice feeling to get back here to again. And yeah, I get on every video I do, this video has been a vulnerable one, so I'm just going to carry on to that theme. But every video I do, there'll be some comment asking why I live in both places, or like how extravagant it is or anything like that, which it is. It's very extravagant to have a place in 2 of the most expensive cities in the world. I'm so aware of that. I'm so grateful. I feel so lucky, and I'm so grateful that my job allows me to do things like this, both in terms of the finances and the freedom that it allows. And yeah, I think for this line of work, it's not going to be what I do forever. I mean, it's a given, isn't it? Like, I've done it for 10 years now. I hope to do it for many more years, but I can't see myself being like in my 50s and still doing this. And I don't want to look back on this time in my life of being part of like this industry for so long, and like, you think, like, thinking back to those blog posts, it was so different 7+ years ago, less than that, 5 years ago, so different. And those of us who maybe you've watched me and lots of other people for a long time who started then have gone through so many waves of how this industry's changed, from it like mostly being blogs, that's where everyone started out. I was writing a blog post every day. I don't know where I had this stamina to share so much, and yeah, that's really waned for me in what I think is probably a healthy way, because similar to what I was saying earlier about wanting to get some space away from looking at myself and thinking about what I look like, constantly like writing things like that and sharing your thoughts about yourself and your life is so incredibly self-indulgent. And I'm still doing it in so many ways now, and I still love it, and I still see the place for it, but I just don't think anyone really has the stamina to do that for a decade, basically. But it's just changed so much from that to what YouTube was back in the day, like unboxings, hauls, morning routines, get ready with me. It's like, it really was like lots of women making a framework for how we consume content now, which we now do in a like short form, quick, like TikTok. I'm so addicted to TikTok way. The way Instagram's changed, like, remember I used to just post one image on Instagram, whereas now everything's like a carousel, which is fine. This is not me complaining about it becoming more work or anything. It's more just like observing how much it's changed, because of course we were posting one image on Instagram. Stories weren't a thing when I started. That's mad. But yet you were doing a blog post every single day. Like, it's, it's been it's been a huge amount of content all the time to create. It's just changed where that sits. So yeah, that reading that, and also I just watched this vlog back and it kind of felt slightly nostalgic to me of how I would maybe vlog a little bit more maybe 5 years ago or something. But yeah, all of those thoughts and feelings, the thoughts and feelings I've been having about myself and having to perceive myself all the time, reading that, yeah, just made me reflect a lot, and I'm really grateful for you all following along. I'm really aware that my life of living between two places is probably maybe at times hard to understand, and I really understand that, and the only way I can describe it is that I've just been incredibly fortunate to be where I'm at this point in my life, and I did not want to look back in 20 years time and think, why did you not make the most of that? Why did you not do more with that then? Why did you not make the most of your freedom, make the most of like being childless even? Like I hope to have children one day and how much that would change things, or just make the most of the freedom that this job brings, which I guess applies to anything in life, wherever you're at in your life. Just I think it takes time to work out what the things in each moment and each chapter are the things you need to be really making the most of. And this, for me, is travel, and I've travelled such a lot for work for so long, of lots of like 2 nights away, 3 nights away, you know, less than a week away and stuff. Like 2019 in particular was insane for that level of travel, which I loved so much. I was, again, felt so fortunate for it, but to be able to make somewhere else feel like home felt like the next goal, essentially, or the next thing outside of my comfort zone. And yeah, I'm really, really, really glad I did it. And anyone who's moved countries will know it's hard, it's stressful. There's so much admin involved. There's so much admin involved in things that you wouldn't even think would be admin. And I think once you've done it and once you've made that leap, it's then hard in a whole other different like emotional ways of being somewhere new and trying to make new friends and make somewhere else feel like home. That when you've cracked it, I just have this sense all the time of like, I want to run with this. I want to make the most of this for as long as I can. I want to make sure that I don't ever look back on this period of my life and think you should have pushed harder for something, or you should have been braver with something, or you should have gone more out of your comfort zone or anything, or yeah. And alongside saying all of that, I'm also aware that you're watching somebody live a life that requires a lot of money to spend. Of course, I'm spending a lot of money on living here, on the upkeep in London and things like that, and I'm really grateful for everybody following along from that. But the answer as to why is more just why not. Like, this is just the most incredible period of my life, I think, and I'm grateful that it's hit when I'm in my 30s, and I feel like, as lots of people feel, knowing yourself more and more when you get into that decade has been a great time to also like push my own boundaries as well. So yeah, I just think everything comes back to making the most of things, really. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this vlog. I hope this hasn't felt like you've been talked at for what is 8.5 minutes. So I'm gonna go, I'm gonna say thank you, and I'm gonna see you soon.